Look, I mean, I grew up in the days of films like Serengeti Shall Not Die, which everybody had to see in my age group at the time. It was the wildest of Africa. It was the ultimate adventure and so on. So I did feel that was a place I wanted to explore. I wanted to be adventurous in life. While I was studying in Switzerland, I was already working freelance in the summer holidays as a tour guide for a tour operator, and they actually sent me first to Africa to just escort their charter flights from Zurich to Nairobi. I decided I wanted to go back and live there, so after I graduated from university, I got a job offer for Intercontinental, moved to Kenya, and have never left. So all that has changed very drastically in the last 30, 40 years. In places like Central African Republic, where there's still real wilderness, is one of the few places I would say they're still wild, but the wildlife is nevertheless pretty much gone. A survey of some 20,000 of their viewers around the world about the most favorite animal. Now, the most favorite animal turned out to be the tiger, ahead of the horse, ahead of the dog, ahead of the whale, ahead of the dolphin and all that. But the tiger today is being farmed for its body parts. That's the facts of life. There's more tigers in farms today than are in the wild, many more. Why isn't the world reacting to that? If it's your favorite animal, we don't generally butcher our dogs or our horses for commercial commodification for selling as products. Why do we do it to the tiger? Why do we tolerate it? Why don't we speak out? Okay, I mean, the average person in the street seems to feel pretty satisfied writing another check. If anybody confronts me, I say, but I did write a check for the ice bears or for the orangutans or whatever. I live with 2 chimpanzees, which people consider questionable, but I rescued them at the time in Congo. One is now about 30 years old. The male likes Playboy and those magazines, which he kind of happily leaves through, so I will buy some magazines, which are now hard to get. I bring him his morning tea. It's too hot, so he goes and picks up a cup, and he pours the hot cup in the other cup, which makes it cooler, and then drinks it from there. I never taught him. He figured it out by himself. If you live with a creature for 30 years, like with your dogs, day in and day out, when I'm at home several hours a day, I think that goes away. The relationship is so close that the female still gives me warning signals. She has her periods, she has her time of the month. So if I climb up into her tree, she barks at me, so I know, okay, she wants to be left alone. So I get those messages, so yes, maybe people think we're crazy, but that relationship cannot be explained unless you experience it personally. If you then take it to a creature like a chimpanzee, which is 98.6% genetically human, that elevates it to 98.6% relationship as you would have with another human, meaning I keep saying our chimps are our retarded children. It's as simple as that. These creatures deserve better. These creatures shouldn't be butchered for their meat. There is something there which is just totally unacceptable. So on that level, yes, I'm in a very unique position in being able to interact with these species, trying to understand them and saying, look, what we are doing to them is wrong. It's wrong for them, but it's also wrong for us. But I do believe the pet aspect is a major component in getting people to care about other life, other creatures. My wife keeps complaining and say, why do we keep doing this? And I said, the only thing I can say is, look, I have a problem with what I see. I believe you, people out there on the festival, should have a problem with it. So trying to get the message to them, would be a way to say, okay, now now it's in your own decision. Do you want to do something about it? Do you want to become more active? Do you want to explore what you can personally do? That makes me feel a little bit better.